Great. Well, thank you. Welcome, everyone. I want to give a shout out to Tango for putting together this wonderful 2-day conference. There's a lot of takeaway for a lot of us, whether we are customer success practitioners or leaders, folks in other areas. So much to learn and so much to share. So feel free to. We're going to stay around. So feel free to come introduce yourself. We'd love to hear your stories and share with you more. I'm Omid Razavi, and I have my own consulting company helping SaaS companies implement customer success and growth. And I am honored to have two distinguished panelists with me here. Tulika Kapoor, whom I had the pleasure of working with at SAP SuccessFactors years ago, and she's a VP of Customer Value and Adoption, and Celia Gouveia, who's the Director of Customer Success at Glint, and also another thought leader in the area of both areas of both customer success and employee engagement, employee communication, productivity. So as people are walking in, I want to give a chance to Tulika to tell a little bit more about yourself and tell us more about your role in your company.
Absolutely. Thanks, Omid. You can hear me fine? Yeah. Okay. All right. So Tulika Kapoor, I have been in the software industry for almost 18 years, working with customers and partners, led customer success function in some smaller companies and some larger companies. Last 4 years, I have been with SuccessFactors, an SAP company. So for some of you who do not know, SuccessFactors is a leading company in core HR and talent management. So this topic is very dear to me and very passionate, so glad to be here.
Excellent. And Celia?
Great. Hi, everyone. I'm Celia Gouveia. I'm the Director of Customer Success at Glint. And Glint is a software company that helps to measure and improve employee engagement. So very, very passionate about employee engagement in software. Been in customer success for over 10 years. Prior, I was also at SuccessFactors, an SAP company, and managed a platinum customer success team there.
Excellent. So with that, again, welcome everyone. Come to the front. There's more seating in the front. So why is employee engagement important? We came up actually collectively with this chart that employee engagement, engaged employees result in greater customer experience and greater customer satisfaction, increased customer loyalty. Also, we know that engaged employees chances are that they stay with your company, so improves employee retention as well as employee productivity. There's a lot of research out there that suggests that engaged employees are more productive, and the bottom line is that would improve your company growth and profit. So there is a path from employee engagement to growth and profitability. So with that, I have a first question from Tulika, which is, what is employee engagement and why is it important?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the way I'll describe employee engagement, it is really the personal commitment of an employee towards the mission of the company. What contributions you are making as an employee and how it really aligns with the strategic objectives of the company. That is a key part. And I would say more important than that is also the behavioral aspects, right? It's the core value of the company, how you are embracing it, and the work that you are doing is representative of that. It's really the culture of the company. If you are an employee who's engaged, you understand what's the mission of my company is, what's the level of customer centricity, how much is that important to my company, and the way you are interacting with your peers, with the way you are interacting with customers, it is so important. And it is a key driver, I would say, for the company. It really drives the positivity and the overall culture that demonstrates that. If the employees are actually, they are empowered, they are supported, they are being developed, it makes a big difference. They see, how they can be successful in driving the right customer experience, because especially in the customer success function, it is so much more critical because they are in the front line. And if they are engaged, how they will engage with the customers has the cascade effect. So that's extremely important. The importance for the employee engagement, there are a bunch of surveys and studies, and I think in several of these sessions you have heard that Harvard Business Review has done so many surveys, and a lot of company embraces this, that employee engagement is so critical for the business success. It improves the productivity, it reduces the attrition, it really drives the overall efficiency and the experience that the customer walks away with. And of course, customer satisfaction is such a critical component for the success of any company that this is hugely important.
Well, thank you, Tulika. Celia, anything you would like to add?
Yeah, so great points, Tulika. In addition to that, if you think of, we spend more time at work, and everyone in customer success especially spends more time at work than we do at home. So really it's important for people to not only feel happy and connected to work, but we know this comes through to customers. So to share a personal story with you, I was once a customer success manager back in the day at a company where eventually we went through a lot of change, and my mission didn't align to the company mission. I didn't have a sense of purpose. I wasn't extremely confident in the leadership team at the time, and I found myself disengaged. Someone once told me they noticed a change in me, and they said, if you take out a mirror and you smile in the mirror, it will actually come through to customers on the other end of the phone. I'm not a quitter, so I didn't give up easily. I took out, before cell phones, my pocket mirror. I did a couple of calls. I faked a smile as I was on the call, and it wasn't long before I realized you can't fake engagement. You can't fake the passion that comes through on the other end of the phone. I moved on to a different position where that passion was natural. I was connected with the mission of the company. My goals aligned to the leadership team. I truly believed in where we were going in the future of the company. Now as a leader, I hire for that. I look for someone that truly believes in the company Glint that I work for, or truly believes in the company that I'm with, believes in where we're going and where we're headed, and that passion and engagement is so natural.
Yep.
Very good. So now that we all know that that is very important, the next question would be, and that would be for you, Celia, what are the metrics for employee engagement, and how do you measure them?
Yeah, so one of the key metrics for employee engagement is an overall engagement survey. So many of you have participated in those probably in the past. This is typically something which we do personally at Glint and have done at other companies. You do on a regular basis. So rather than on an annual basis asking people how they feel and thinking it's still relevant months later, on a regular basis asking people how happy they are at work. We know that happiness and engagement are really outcomes. Some of the underlying factors that may drive that, we want to dig into. We want to see how our teams feel. Some of the points I connected on earlier, things like, are their goals aligned? Do they have the right resources, tools, and training? This really starts from the beginning. So the job requisitions that we're creating, are they representing the job well? Does somebody know what they're getting into? We know it in many customer success roles, people wear many hats. So really important to stress that initially. We're not sure where the future's going. Perhaps you may be in customer success today and you may also be doing a little bit of sales tomorrow. But setting that up from the beginning helps with that engagement process. So measuring that with regular surveys is one key metric. Another one would be overall productivity. So your employees, let's say they are doing a QBR on a quarterly basis. All of a sudden you notice that starts to become less frequent. Maybe now they're doing them once or twice a year. That's certainly a metric that you can use that could, in fact, be a sign of low engagement. So you want to ensure that you're having conversations with your team, you're having regular one-on-ones, you're asking open-ended questions to figure out not just how happy are you, but do they have the right resources and training they need? Are they, for instance, passionate about what they're doing? You want to really start digging in and ensuring that you're measuring this on a regular basis. Another point I'll say would be referrals and referenceable companies. Those employees that are engaged, they're going to recommend you to others. So when they're not at work, they're probably talking to their family and their friends. They're not only referring people to work for you, they're also going to recommend people to your business to be potential customers. So you want those advocates walking around. Mm-hmm. Anything to add?
Yeah, no, those are great points. And I think there are definitely some direct measures, but in employee engagement, there are a lot of indirect measures as well. And especially, when it comes to the collaborations and initiatives, right? It means how you are seeing that people are stepping up themselves, right? And taking the initiatives and being part of the process, really understanding what you're trying to accomplish as a business, and hey, I'm part of it, and raising hand. So I think as part of the leadership, how you are embracing that people kind of understand your key business goals, understand what experience we are trying to drive for the customers, and come up with those things, raise their hand, really kind of help lead the efforts. Like in our company, in Success Factors, we have collaboration tool like Jam, and I'm sure that there are other companies who use different other tools as well. And they are just amazing set of capabilities which helps drive okay, I have some ideas. There are certain ways that I can innovate, and how you can pull the other people together. So really seeing who are the employees who are taking those type of initiatives and really contributing and collaborating is another aspect. A few other things which we have consistently seen is the employees who are taking charge of their own development. If the employees, they are enhancing their skills, they are taking the training, they are taking charge of their own development, it is clearly reflective, right, that they are very engaged because they want to be successful, they want to drive the success of the company. So certainly some tangibles, but some indirect sources are also extremely important in measuring the success.
So my next question again is directed at you, Tulika. At Success Factors and now SAP, you've hired, you've onboarded, trained, and developed, as well as led and managed hundreds of customer success managers. So this is really about developing programs that scale. And hopefully a lot of folks who are in this company, in this forum, and the small, medium-sized company, they all aspire to grow to those sizes. So what are the tips that you could share about the unique enablers of CSM engagement in particular, the people at the front line?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, isn't that the toughest job? I have done it myself when I started my career. It's not easy. And I would say especially, people who are in a growth mode, and especially I think in today's world, the competition is so big. We are trying to get our products, we want to really onboard a lot of customers. And as the CSM, they come into the role, they have to face the customer, they are representing. So it's so important, that they are enabled. So first of all, the importance of it is extremely important. The key areas I would say which are very important enablers for the CSM role, first of all, training and enablement, and very crucial. And I would say it really starts from the onboarding. So, really thinking when you have a new employee, what type of an onboarding process do you have for them, right? How they are learning about your company. First of all, they need to understand the company, they need to understand the product, the technology, and then there are all these other core approaches and your culture and the knowledge which is in the brains of a lot of people. So again, having things like buddy and mentorship program is so important in that onboarding process. So definitely learning development is a key. The second area is how the managers are really engaging with them, right? And providing them the ongoing feedback and seeing on the things what they are doing well, on how they are recognizing that, the things that are not going where they can develop, providing that continuous feedback is extremely important, and how employees kind of embraces that. And in addition, also understanding where the company's core values and the strategy is. So that communication and ongoing feedback from a manager is extremely important. The third area is really the reward and recognition. And I think all of the HR, they definitely come up with the program, on how the employee should be rewarded for their goals. And for CSM, it would be, how your customer satisfaction is, right? What kind of survey responses you are getting. Are you meeting your metrics for the case resolution and all of those things? They are important, but at the same time, when the CSMs, they are taking a leap forward for any additional initiatives, having certain things of like spot bonuses or some gamification, and recognizing them, that is such a key. Reward in form of bonus is good, but recognition in a forum is extremely important. So this is something, we embrace in our company, and really, use the opportunity of utilizing maybe some of the tools and different mechanism, your social collaboration platform, etc., when you are recognizing the people, you are sharing, hey, what a great job that you did. So reward and recognition is extremely important. The last thing I would say is really that collaborative culture on how you are encouraging the employees to take the initiative to do the knowledge sharing, because that's such a key component of the foundation of the customer success function, that it's not just about you have solved customers, what you are learning, and if you have learned something new, how you are sharing with others, and really creating that culture and environment that people can share and expand.
Very good. Well, thank you, Sulika. I want to ask Celia to really elaborate on that and share us some tips, stories based on your experience at Glint and your prior companies. How to get feedback, motivate, and reward your star players and teams?
Yeah, so feedback is so important to happen on a regular basis. So I work with my team in regular one-on-ones to provide feedback and ensure it's a two-way street. So I'm open and candid about what drives me, admit my mistakes, let my employees get to know me, and allow feedback to be two ways. So I'm providing feedback regular. There's never a surprise in a quarterly review or an annual review of employees hearing feedback for the first time. I'm providing what's working well, I'm coaching along the way, and I'm asking them to provide me feedback as well. Is there anything they need more of from me? Is there anything that's blocking them? Trying to really dig in and build that trusting, transparent relationship is so key in providing feedback.
Excellent. So I'm done with my questions. I'd like to open it to a Q&A with the audience.